This is a review of The Book Thief by Markus Zusak. Now the story is a very thick book. It took quite a few pages to read it. It's a story about a young girl called Liesel she lives in Germany at the time of the Second World War, late 1930s, early 1940s. And the story is of her life over about a 5-year period when she goes to live with a foster family. Her mother takes her to live with a foster family that's been arranged for her. The foster parents are Rosa and Hans I don't know how to say it actually, it's something like Huberman, and she goes there first of all she's supposed to be going with a brother, but on the journey, this is quite early on in the book, so it's not a big part of the story. He dies right at the beginning of the book, and so she doesn't end up going there with her brother, so she's on her own, and she gets left there by her mother. And the story's about her building these relationships in the community and how she settles into the community, partly, and partly it's about how she becomes a book thief. Her first book she takes when her brother dies actually, and that starts a chain of events. She's somebody who can't actually read when she takes the first book, but Hans, her foster father, is a very kindly man, and he teaches her to read, and the story goes on like that for quite a while. Rosa, the stepmother, she's a brusque kind of woman who is quite severe. But as the story moves into, you find out she's actually got a kinder heart than you think at the beginning. But she keeps it obviously well hidden by a hard outer exterior that seems to keep her safe. It took me a little while with the book. I found it a little bit over descriptive. The writer, he tends to describe everything with very much a description on every other page about the people, the sky, the day and all that sort of thing. I think if he'd perhaps left a little bit of that out, it would have been easily 50 pages shorter and wouldn't have lost anything. Part way through the story there's a change, and the story takes another avenue. Hans has made a promise in years gone by, and then somebody turns up to take him up on this promise. So he ends up the harbourer of a Jew. So they have to find somewhere to put the Jew, whose name is Max, and so they keep him a secret in the basement. And then Liesel takes to going down and talking to Max, and she makes a friendship with him, and that's where the story goes then sort of towards the middle. And Max and Liesel, they're very much big part of the story, and he makes books for her. He finds out she likes books, and then part way through he makes little books with pictures in and everything, and there's more books involved. She does some more book thievery. It carries on all throughout the Second World War and things that go on in the war, but mainly things that happen in that street, in that small German village. And Liesel's the main character. She's made friends with the boy next door, who he's a nice little character as well. Next to that, the relationship between Liesel and Hans and Rosa, the step-parents, Liesel and Max, and also between Liesel and the little boy next door, who they're very often referred to as the little boy with the lemons coloured hair. The concept is an attractive concept. The story's obviously been done before. It's actually narrated by Death, which is an unusual concept. It works well. Obviously Death is all around, but more so around the Second World War. It's well worth reading. There's a lot of hype about the book, but it is a good read, and I would recommend it. I think it's based probably more so for a younger, perhaps late teens, school age, was probably its target audience. and I think it's a book that probably will be read in schools, and like The Boy in the Striped Pyjamas, that type of thing. But I'll give it a thumbs up, and I hope you enjoy reading it yourself, and that's all. Bye.